Hello friend, my name is Kiri and today we're going to be talking about more anime lingo because this is apparently what you guys want. We're going to start off with moe, which is actually kind of difficult to explain because there is no strict definition for the word. But the word moe is typically used to describe someone that is the ideal image of young and innocent. Now I've only ever seen this word associated with people and anime characters, but it can also apparently be used to describe the emotion that is brought to you when you look at some sort of cute, endearing object. I don't really pretend to know what that part of moe is, so I'm not going to bother trying to explain it. But when it comes to people and anime characters, moe is typically used towards someone that is very cute, they're young, they're innocent, they're submissive, they can be shy or perky, but they also tend to rely on someone that is much more, they're stronger and they're independent. There is a type of character known as a moe blob in the anime community where they act overly cute, almost obnoxiously so, without really having any other qualities, and they're really just there to pander to the fan base. A good example of moe would be Miyuki from Lucky Star, who the main character constantly refers to as moe. Up next is loli and shota, and loli is a term used towards female characters that are very childlike and innocent, but they aren't necessarily children. They do just have very childlike qualities and typically appear about 5 to 7 years old. The word is short for lolita, which is typically used to describe a promiscuous girl. However, lolis very rarely ever act in a sexual manner. The exception to this would be lolicon, which is short for Lolita Complex, where a loli is depicted in a very sexual manner, though the character may or may not be acting sexually precocious themselves. The male version of this is called shota, which is short for Shotaru, which is a reference to the character from 28 Tetsujin Go, or Tetsujin 28 Go. And of course there is shotacon, which is short for Shotaru Complex. Both are highly debated topics for obvious reasons, and a good example of a loli would be Yachiru from Bleach, and a good example of a shota would be Momiji from Fruits Basket. Up next is chibi, which is essentially slang for someone that is short, sort of like the Japanese version of runt or shrimp. From what I understand, it's usually used in a derogatory manner and doesn't necessarily imply that the person is cute at all. However, in anime, chibi is a sort of super deformed art style where a character is depicted as very round, short, and cute. There are different types of chibi, as some artists will choose to depict them as very short and round and fat, whereas other artists will show a chibi person as someone that's more of a hybrid between short and fat and normal anime style. Chibi is its own word with its own definition, so there is no language breakdown for that. And the last one is something you probably hear all the freaking time, which is kawaii. Kawaii is translated as cute or adorable. It's derived from the word kawahayushi, which is literally translated as someone that has a radiant face, though that usually means to be embarrassed or shy. And do I really need to give you an example of something that's cute? Anyways, that is it for this part of anime lingo stuff explained. If you guys want me to keep covering this, let me know. If you want me to give it up and move on to more hentai, oh well. Anyways, as always, you can find all of my social media in the description below. Happy unbirthday, and I will see you later. Bye! But I simply do not understand how your standards for video games can be so absurdly low that you would be able to appreciate and actively wait for the next installment of something as mediocre and boorish as the Reject Demon Toko. Because not because they're Asian, but because a lot of Eastern brands are known for being just as good as the Western prestige brands without being as expensive. A lot of the products I used in the past had either been discontinued or I just can't find, so I have to build up